What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and one and only James Williams Dog Waters, and I'm back on coffee and talking real fast, but making a whole bunch of sense. Listen, this whole California bill that they passed to give home loans to illegals, to aliens, to criminals who cross the border illegally, everybody's sitting here saying, yeah, they passed the bill, but they don't have the money. They don't have the money right now to do it. And there's a reason why they're putting a pause to it right now. And people be missing out on what's going on. I think it's because people don't understand the mind of evil and wickedness. You're in the middle of an election, right? You pass the bill. Of course you're going to come out and say you don't have the money. If you start giving the money to the people and giving them $25,000 or $30,000 as down payment assistance for them to start buying houses in California in the middle of an election, bruh, you just guaranteeing loss. So you got to do two things. You got to hedge your bet till you come out and pass the bill. The bill being passed is a problem, point blank, period. The bill shouldn't have never been passed. California needs to fall off the map. I'm sorry. It just needs to crack off into the sea. Because, I mean, y'all just destroying the hard-earned lives and incomes of the citizens of California who are citizens of America. But nevertheless, if that's where you want to live and you're liberal and that works out for you, go for it, buddy, as your state goes bankrupt. But nonetheless, watch this. There will be federal funding for it when the time is right. Oh, you best believe there's going to be federal funding move forward for it when the time is right. Now is not the right time. But the pundits are sitting there saying, well, you know, it's window dressing. It's just them dog whistling. And true, it is a dog whistle to illegals that, hey, if you make it to California, then not only can you live in the United States illegally, you can get your own damn house. So of course it's going to encourage more and more people to come. But that's the simplest part of it. I mean, a big mashed potato brain person can figure that out. It's seeing what comes next. What comes next is this. Oh, absolutely. If Kamala Harris wins and they're able to steal the election, they're going to fund that unlike you've ever seen anything else funded. And I guarantee you there's other bills sitting in state legislatures to do the same thing. You just can't roll all that out at once. You're in a pivotal moment during the election season. You can't roll that out right now. So yeah, you can pass the bill because they've been talking about it for a while. You can pass the bill, but you can't sit there and say, "Oh, we got the money for it, and we about to start giving them money." Oh hell no. That's a step a little bit too far for when you're voting. But I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, if they're able to steal this election, for the record, if they're able to steal this election, they're going to ban all this content that I done put up. You're going to see demonetization across the board. You're going to see crazy stuff happen on social media. But if they're able to steal the election, you best believe federal funding is going to go to the state of California and them people going to get their houses. I don't know how many of them is slated to get it, but they're going to get it. But let's listen to see what Leo Terrell had to say on Fox News.
Could receive up to $150,000 for a down payment.
$150,000? Man, that's 5 times worse than what I thought it was.
It says it doesn't have the money to pay for it. Look who's here. A California guy himself, Leo Terrell. To me, Leo, this is just they don't have the money. It's just window dressing.
Hey, Leo got that old George Jefferson hairline. What you talking about? He got that old George Jefferson hairline like he gonna slam the door on you. You know what I'm saying? Wheezy.
It's window dressing, but it sends a message to illegals. Come to California, we're going to take care of you. It makes no sense whatsoever. They're treating illegals like American citizens and reaping the benefits as an American. And I'll tell you this is a magnet for illegal aliens. Governor Newsom, if this bill gets to his desk, if he wants to have a political career in the future, he has to veto this, Stu. But I guarantee you, I don't know what he'll do because this is California.
Next one. Kamala Harris will finally sit down for an interview nearly 40 days after launching her campaign. However, it will be a joint interview alongside Tim Walz.
I didn't realize they were going to talk about this, but let me say this while I'm talking about this. How, and this is for anybody who comes across this that's a Democratic voter. How do you mentally jump through the flaming hula hoops of your presidential candidate is not capable of coming out and doing an off-the-cuff interview and speaking to the public about her campaign at will at any point in time, and that it has to be a stage interview and all these other people have to that her vice president has to be with her, vice president running mate has to be with her, but yet you expect the same person to sit across the table from a KGB agent named Vladimir Putin, a head buster, wig splitter. You expect the same person to sit across the table from Kim Jong-un. That boy came up in a family where it's just brutal. Siblings murdering siblings for power. You expect him to sit across the table from the Taliban and deal with the Taliban or Hamas or the Iranian president? How do you do that mental gymnastics? I mean, it's like 1 divided by 0 equals 1. That's the kind of logic that it has to be. 1 divided by 0 equals 1, or 20 divided by 20. 20 divided by 0 equals 20. I mean, that's the kind of logic you have to have in your mind to even sit here and think that she has the ability to do it. Who believes that the world will respect this woman? Mind you, the entire world is watching what's going on. And entire governments who have their own secret service, they have their own spy apparatuses, they have everything. The things that the American people are not aware of, they are aware of. The opposition research for those foreign nations are sitting there saying, okay, well, if this woman gets in office, this is what we're going to be able to do. We're going to be able to bully them and walk over them. And you have all the support and evidence for it right now, right in front of you. And she's being protected by the media. And when bombs start flying, when bullets start flying and stuff to go bad, then the protection is going to have to go away. The media can't protect you from a war. The media can't protect you from terrorists. They can shield you from the truth, but they can't protect you from real world problems. And it's amazing to me that people don't see this. But I'm going to let them go ahead and finish talking.
It will air on CNN tomorrow. Okay, Leo, why can't she do this alone?
Oh, that's simple. She's afraid. You cannot find a single one-on-one interview with a journalist where she's able to articulate a viewpoint. She has no moral compass as to her policies. So she needs a helper. She needs a lifeline. She needs a backup plan. And that's why Tim Walz is there. Because if Dana Batch does her job, Stu, she has an inventory of video and audio that identify Kamala Harris as a socialist. So the Democrats, the DNC, do not trust Kamala Harris, so they brought in backup, and that's the VP.
And here's the craziest thing about that. And I would have to agree with Leo. I'm going to have to agree with George Jefferson. George is right. Wheezy. Come out that kitchen, Wheezy. I have to agree with George here. But the simple fact that she needs backup is a problem, because this is the presidential candidate. That's who will be your president. And I don't know how you do the mental gymnastics to justify that in your mind. I'm sorry, I can't justify it. I just cannot justify it. For example, let's just say you wanted a female president. Excuse me. Let's just say you wanted a female president. Let's go further and say you wanted a female black president. Yay, I want the female black president. Yay, equality. All right. Let's just fast forward in the future. You got that equality. You got the equality that you wanted. Do you think any other nation give a damn about your idea of equality? Do you think Japan give a damn about your idea? Do you think Russia give a damn? Do you think China? Do you think Iran, Iraq? Do you think any of them people give a damn about what your idea of equality is as it pertains to how they negotiate on the behalf of their people and their agendas? Only a mashed potato head and gravy person believes this kind of foolishness. And I'm just going to shoot straight with you, man. Because I think the biggest problem is nobody just tell it like it is. Everybody won't be nice. You got a head full of mashed potatoes and gravy, and it's running out your ears and your nose if you believe that the world gives a damn about woke policies when it comes to warfare, when it comes to national security, and when it comes to the wealth of a nation. You are crazy. I'm done. I'm done.